Hey everybody, it's Melissa Andrews here with the Benefit Nerd. Wanted to just hop on today, say hi, check in, see how everyone's doing. I'm really enjoying this challenge and I hope all of you are too. I really enjoy seeing everyone's uploads and the different variations that everyone's using. So kudos to all of us. If you are here, if you're new to my channel, we talk about health insurance, healthcare for the everyday healthcare consumer. So whether you are getting your coverage through an employer, you get your coverage through the marketplace, you get coverage through the state, um, you are transitioning onto the federal program of Medicare. This place is for you. We are here to talk about those everyday challenges that we face in this complex world. So today's topic is struggles. Um, Interestingly enough, I was working on something the other day, and I've been thinking for a while, what are the what is the biggest struggle that people have outside of the fact that it's just complex and overwhelming, um, or intimidating because it's so complex. Um, Outside of that, I think people they don't know where to start. And sometimes not knowing where to start just leads to inaction. And unfortunately, with health insurance, there are certain times that you can do things and not do things, and make changes, and certain changes you can make, and certain ones you can't. So I came up with this list of like 5 questions to ask yourself. So I have I have a copy here. Um, I'll upload like a picture of it onto our thread. Um, but basically, these are the 5 questions that you need to ask yourself when you are wondering, what is my next step? So, question number 1, where do I get my current coverage? That's the person I need to go back to, starting with whoever those are that we named before. They are going to be able to tell you how your current plan works and what your next steps are going to be based off of when that coverage will term. Different scenarios of how your coverage or why your coverage will term. If there's a life event, you're getting divorced. If you are a dependent on your parents' plan and you are turning 26. If you are um, losing like insurance through the state, because now you make too much money or you have too many assets, so now you need to go and get coverage on the marketplace. Knowing where you get your coverage now and when that's going to term is going to give you your next steps. Question number 2, how much can I afford? So if you're getting your coverage through your employer, you're probably having a pre-tax deduction taken out every paycheck, or depending on how you get paid. And some people have really no idea how much that's cost them. They don't really pay attention to that, but it would be on your pay stub and show like the amount that you pay. And it's important to know that if you have coverage on the marketplace, your household income is what is taken into consideration, to determine whether you receive any type of subsidy, and which ultimately will reduce the monthly premium that you pay. So you need to think about your monthly budget and what is a reasonable amount of money that you can carve out of that budget to pay for your monthly premium. And then, you want to consider the other things, your deductible, co-pays, co-insurance, that you might have to pay outside of that. Number 3 is, what do you use with your coverage now? What do you like? What do you dislike? You don't always have a guarantee in the next option that you have that you will have what you want, or your preference, but it's good to know what that is because that's pointing you into the direction of, I like that my plan has in and out of network coverage. I like that it's a PPO, preferred provider organization, and I have that choice. Other people will say, "Ooh, well, I don't mind if my plan is an HMO and tells me where my network is and who I have to go see because I don't really pay a very high deductible, if one at all, and I just pay, I make co-payments for any services that I get." So think about what it is that you like and dislike about your current coverage so that going into the next, if it's an option, you know kind of what you're looking for. Number 4 is, do I need prescription drug coverage? So your prescription drug coverage, if you're getting coverage through your employer, most likely is included in your health insurance. It might have a separate out-of-pocket maximum or a separate deductible or something like that, but it's included in your coverage. You don't have to enroll in a separate plan. If you're getting coverage through the marketplace, prescription drug coverage is likely included. If you're getting a short-term plan or some kind of gap coverage, that may not include prescription drug coverage. So it's always good idea to know, what medications you're taking and how much those roughly are going to cost you, if they're going to be on your plan's formulary, if there are any conditions that prior authorization or quantity limits on what you can get, um, or step therapy, which is they want you to try a lesser cost medication to see if that will work for you because it's cheaper than the one that you're taking. But those are the things to think about so that when you're going in to meet with someone, they can help assist you to look that up and understand where you fall within that. And then number 5, the last question, is what's your timeline look like? How much time do you have to get this done? So one of the things I see most often with my clients is people aren't aware that you can't just like go get health insurance when you want to get it. And if you are losing it, you only have a certain amount of time to enroll or select another option. And if you don't do it in that time frame, then you don't get to pick. So you have to really know what your deadlines are, what your time frame is, so that you can research your options and get those things in place that you need in enough time. So super simple, really quick. 5 questions just to kind of help you. If you know the answers or can at least, get an idea of where you stand with those 5 questions, you are going to be way ahead of the game. So, thank you so much for stopping by today. I hope that you take away something from this that helps you kind of plan your next steps. Um, there is always a fall open enrollment for the marketplace, and there's also a fall open enrollment for Medicare Part D plans. So those are times when you can choose to enroll in those plans if you don't have one right now and you don't qualify for some type of special enrollment period, which essentially is something's changing in your life that would allow you to make some change to your benefits. So lots of information, but super simple. Think about those things. If you have any questions about anything, I know we could delve way deep, and we will on some videos, into other topics about that. But that's a great starting point for people. And I will, like I said, upload a picture, the oh my gosh, the PDF, thank you. It's been a long day. The PDF of my Health Insurance 101. So feel free to print it off and kind of have it handy for yourself in case you need it. I really appreciate you stopping by today and just checking everything out and saying hi. Always feel free to drop me a comment below. If you haven't done so already, you should definitely hit subscribe so that you can get all of my updates in a timely fashion. All right, well, I need to head out of here. I got laundry to swap out, and then I've got a few other housekeeping things to take care of before it is time to go to bed. So, Thanks so much, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.